Last week I sat down, I opened ChatGPT, typed one prompt. Literally 5 minutes later, I had 30 social media posts written for me. Not one of them sounded like AI wrote it. And I know what you're thinking, because I hear it every week from loan officers and business owners I work with. They say, I tried AI, but it gave me something that sounded like a corporate press release had a baby with a motivational poster. So I closed it and I went back to doing nothing. Now that's fair, but the problem wasn't AI. The problem was what you typed into it. So here's what most people don't track. The average small business owner spends 6 to 10 hours a week creating social media content. Some people have teams that they pay tens of thousands of dollars a month for their social media. Now, I did a full month of content instead in just under an hour. And you can too, once you know how to give your AI the right instructions. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write a full month of social media content in under an hour, and using just one AI prompt and voice training method that I built from creating content for over 50 clients. So here's the thing that nobody admits. Most people open ChatGPT and they type, write me a social media post about mortgage rates, or maybe about a bridge loan or a DSCR loan. And then they act surprised when the result sounds like it was written by an insurance brochure. But think about what you gave it. No context about who you are, no examples of how you talk, no information about who you're talking to, and no direction on what you want the reader to do after they read it. That's like calling a stranger, handing them a microphone, and saying, go say something smart about my business. Of course, the result is going to be generic. You gave it nothing to work with. And I see this with every loan officer I work with. They try AI once, they get back something stuffed with words like navigate your home ownership journey, and in today's competitive landscape, and they cringe. They close the tab and they go back to posting once a month or not posting at all. The output wasn't bad because AI is broken. The output was bad because the input was empty. So here's what AI needs to produce content worth posting. It's three things: your voice, your audience, and your angle. Without all three, every prompt produces the same bland, interchangeable content that could have come from any loan officer in any market. Your posts sound identical to the loan officer 3 towns over because you both typed the same vague request. Now, with all three, it writes like your ghostwriter on a good day. So let me show you how to set that up. You have to train AI on your voice before you even ask it to write a single word. Some people go even further. I know a woman that's dating her AI and has named it Hal. He's a Scottish man. But what you want to do is go through your phone, your text, your emails, your old social media posts, find 3 to 5 examples of things you've written that sound like you. Not your post copywriting, not something you spend an hour publishing, the stuff that sounds like you talking to a person over coffee, a text that you sent a realtor partner, something that got good engagement because it felt real. Now copy those and paste them into your prompt. Then tell your AI to match that tone, the sentence length, and mirror your vocabulary. Don't use words or phrases that don't appear in these examples. So that's the voice layer, but now we want to add the audience layer, and it's one sentence. I'm writing for first-time homebuyers in their early 30s who are overwhelmed by the process and don't know who to trust. Or I'm writing for real estate agents who send me referrals and need to feel confident when they're recommending me. One sentence changes the entire output because now AI knows who it's talking to and how you talk to them. Now the last layer is the angle, the specific topic, and the one takeaway that you want people to have. You're not going to tell your AI to write about mortgage rates. Instead, say write a post explaining why a rate drop doesn't always mean you should refinance, and end with a question that invites the reader to DM me. That's the prompt. Your voice examples, your audience, and the specific angle with a clear call to action so everybody knows exactly what to do. Let me show you the difference. The same topic in 2 prompts. One says, write a social media post about the benefits of getting pre-approved. Now that gets you something like, getting pre-approved is an important step in your home buying journey. It shows sellers you're serious and helps you understand your budget. It's fun, it's usable, but it's forgettable. It could be anyone's post. So now here's the train prompt with your voice, audience, and angle. The output sounds something like, you don't need to find your dream house before you talk to a lender. Get pre-approved first. You'll know your numbers. You won't waste time looking at places you can't afford. And when you find the right one, you can move fast. That's what separates the buyers who get it from the ones who lose it. Now it's the same topic, but a completely different energy. One of them sounds like a pamphlet that's going to put you to sleep. The other one sounds like a real person and a conversation you've probably had in the past. So that's what voice training does. And once you build the prompt, you can reuse it. You swap out the angles, but the voice and audience stay the same. And that's how you get 30 posts in just one prompt. Now let me pause for a second. If you've tried AI and the output made you cringe, drop a comment and tell me the worst thing it ever generated for you. I want to see these. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time, because I'm putting out more of these every single week, all focused on helping you get more business without burning more hours. All right, you've got the prompt built. You've fed it your voice, you've given it 30 different angles, and now you've got 30 posts sitting in a document. Now, a question I always get is this: don't I still have to go through every single one and fix stuff? Doesn't that take forever? Now, the short answer is yes. You, of course, need to edit. But no, it doesn't take forever. So here's my editing checklist. It's 4 steps. It takes about 60 to 90 seconds per post. What's so crucial though is that you do edit your posts, because you don't want to be the person that's constantly using AI to create all of their content without putting that human effort into it. People can tell the difference. Now, step 1, swap out any word that you'd never say out loud. If AI slipped in leverage or utilize or navigate, and you've never said those words to a client in your life, cut them. Replace it with a word that you'd use at a kitchen table. Step 2 is to add a personal or local detail that an AI couldn't replicate. Mention a neighborhood. Reference a client situation, but just skip the name. Say something that ties the post to your market. That's what makes it feel like it came from you and not a template. As personal as you can make it, the better. Step 3 is to check the call to action. Does the post end by telling the reader what to do next? Comment, DM, save, share, call. Every post needs a clear step. Step 4 is to read it out loud. And if any sentence makes you pause or sounds like something a brochure would say, rewrite the sentence. If it flows when you say it to the wall, it'll flow when someone reads it on their phone. So that's how you got 30 posts, 90 seconds each. Now compare that to doing it manually without AI, and you saved a ton of time. Every post sounds like you wrote it because the last 20%, the edit, is where your voice comes through the strongest. So back to what I promised you at the start of this video. I sat down, opened ChatGPT, and typed in one prompt. But it wasn't a vague request. It was a trained prompt built on 3 layers. Layer 1, the voice. I fed AI 5 examples of real writing so it knew how to sound like a real person and not a textbook. Layer 2 is the audience. 1 sentence describing who your content's for. Layer 3 are your angles. 30 specific topics, each with a clear takeaway and CTA. I hit enter, and 45 minutes later, after making a few quick edits, I have a ton of new content ideas. It's a full month of content and not a single post that sounded like a robot wrote it. So that's the workflow. It works for loan officers, it works for realtors, it works for any service-based business owner that knows they need a post but doesn't have the 10 hours a week to do it the hard way. Now, I put the final prompt template into a free download, the voice training section with blanks for your writing samples, the audience definition, the angle framework, and the 4-point editing checklist. It's 1 page and it's ready to paste into ChatGPT tonight. So drop your email in the link below and I'll send it straight to your inbox. Try it out this week, see what comes out, and come back and tell me how many posts you got and how long it took. I think you're gonna be pretty shocked. I'll see you in the next one.